Good day. Today I want to be talking to us about pre-writing activities in the early years. As an early year teacher many years ago, one of the challenges I had was how to help children write. But with the use of some Montessori materials which I'll be discussing with us today, I was able to achieve that and assist my children without holding their hands. Let's go. The first one is you need to know as an early year practitioner that without proper learning of the basic shapes, children will find it hard to understand the directionality of letters. Every letter from R to Z starts with and ends with a shape or a direction to a shape, like the R, the curve, and the straight line. But before we put right biro or pencil on paper, there are some activities we need to do with children for them to understand directionality. One of such activities is working on their tripod hold, or what we can also call the pencil grip. Using the dropper with children for them to learn how to use this material to suck water from a container helps them develop pencil grip activities early in life, because it assists in the small muscles with this activity and done repeatedly until the child gets what you're talking about. Another one you can use is making children to understand that these two fingers and the thumb at the tip of where the design of the writing material ends helps them to form good letters and have good handwriting. Lacing is another very effective material which helps children develop hand-eye coordination, focus, and concentration. Without the hand-eye coordination, without effective focus and concentration, children will find it very challenging to understand the directions of letters or even numbers. So when children learn how to lace, it firstly helps their pencil grip and also helps their focus and concentration. Consistent use of this material will help children develop the ability to hold firmer and concentrate. And on that, I'll go to writing patterns and using patterns to introduce children to letter formation and writing. I have the wave design in two different ways. I have the slants. Ever before we get to the dotted numbers or letters, I have the clockwise and anti-clockwise design of curves. Now, to make it interesting for children, I would advise that teachers don't introduce the pencil, especially the thin one, first. Because of the size of the fingers of the children, it is always very challenging for them at the initial stage to be able to control the normal pencil. So I would advise we use the colored pencils or the finger fitters or the crayon. So now I'm going to use the crayon. The fourth dot is the direction, and the dotted line makes the guard of the curve. Children also enjoy it when it is chorused or spoken out by the teacher or the children themselves, like put the crayon on the first dot and make a curve. Put the crayon on the first dot and make a curve. Put the crayon on the first dot and make a curve. Continuous activities like this helps children develop good tripod hold of their writing material. I also mentioned that the size of the exercise book or the worksheets, the designs on the papers goes a long way to help children to write better. These bold lines assist children better in the early years because they are not in total control of their writing materials yet, while the normal size could help children in the elementary session because they are getting used to writing and writing well. I would also like you to know that making use of the metal insets, tracing around the metal insets after the identification of the basic shapes, the square, the circle, the triangle, and the rectangle. The next thing is for children to learn how to trace around the shapes while recognition and identification of the shapes goes on. There are particular letters and numbers they will come across either in the alphabet or in their numerals that goes along with each shape of the metal insets. We can also combine two or more shapes to form a design while the children trace around the metal insets. This is the square, and I'm going to place the circle inside the square to form a pattern. Going through the circle or any other one of these basic shapes helps children learn how to bend and curve their writing materials when they are doing so. Like, I'm curving this, and this is a type of curve children will come across when they are trying to form the number 5 or the letter B. Having traced around this, we also encourage shading, which gives it color. Shading helps them with their tripod hold, but it also further helps them to learn how to maintain borders when they are writing. It guides them with observing their borders when they are writing or when they are drawing or when they are shading, or what in some parlance they call coloring. Now I'll be going to where proper writing will start with the use of the sand tray and the sandpaper letter. Better writing methods are developed because this helps the sensorial aspect of the child's mind. With the 2 fingers, we make curves, we make straight lines, we can also slant, and for directionality, when we trace around the letter with the 2 lines and establishing feelings at the tip of the children's finger, which helps them register the shape of the letter in their brain, writing becomes more easier to achieve. Curve, down, curve, down, curve, down. To give it more color and make the activity more interesting with the sand tray, when children make a pattern or try to draw a letter on the sand tray, I encourage them to add colored beads to their drawings or their patterns so that they can always remember the shape of the letter, while I continue to echo the letter and encourage them to echo the letter with its sound. So this is letter sound k, letter sound k, as in cat, letter sound k, as in cup, letter sound k, as in cat. I hope with these activities you have been able to understand what a teacher needs to do before writing is finally introduced, or before pencil or writing materials are put on paper. Thank you very much. I look forward to meeting you next time.